You are not just watching the future unfold, you are standing at the edge of a quiet genetic revolution that will decide who we become, who thrives, and who gets left behind, and almost nobody is talking about it honestly. Right now, inside every cell of your body, there is a biological instruction manual written billions of years ago, and for the first time in human history, we are learning how to read it, edit it, and rewrite it, not slowly, not accidentally, but deliberately. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is happening while you're alive, and whether you like it or not, genetics is about to redefine what it even means to be human. For thousands of years, humanity believed destiny was shaped by gods, luck, or hard work, but genetics is quietly proving something far more uncomfortable. That many of the things we praise or blame people for may have been written into them before they ever took their first breath. Intelligence, height, disease risk, emotional sensitivity, even how your body responds to stress. These aren't just personality traits or random outcomes anymore, they're data points. And once something becomes data, it becomes editable. Think about how dangerous that idea really is. When we gain the power to fix genetic diseases, it feels heroic, almost sacred. But the moment we realize we can also enhance memory, boost muscle growth, slow aging, or sharpen focus, the question stops being "can we?" and starts becoming "who decides?" Because the future of genetics isn't just about curing illness, it's about choosing advantages. Imagine a world where being born healthy is no longer luck, but a purchase. Where parents don't just hope their child is smart or strong, they select it. Where competition doesn't begin in school or at work, but in the womb. And suddenly, inequality is no longer just social or economic, it's biological. That's not a dystopian fantasy. That's the logical next step if genetic technology advances faster than ethics. But here's the twist nobody expects. Genetics won't just divide people, it will also blur the lines between natural and artificial, gifted and engineered, human, and something entirely new. When enhancements become normal, the idea of an average human disappears. We won't evolve together anymore. We'll branch. Different versions of humanity, optimized for different lives, different environments, different goals. Some humans may be engineered for extreme intelligence, able to process information faster than today's supercomputers. Others might be designed to resist disease entirely, barely aging, living far longer than we ever thought possible. And some may remain completely natural, not by accident, but by choice or by lack of access. That's when genetics stops being science and becomes identity. And here's the uncomfortable part. Once genetic enhancement exists, staying natural may start to feel like falling behind. Just like refusing technology today can isolate you, refusing genetic upgrades tomorrow might limit opportunity. Jobs, education, even relationships could subtly favor those who are genetically optimized. Not because they're better people, but because they were edited to be more competitive. Yet genetics doesn't just change bodies, it changes how we think about responsibility. If aggression, addiction, depression, or impulsive behavior can be traced to genetic patterns, how do we assign blame? If crime has a genetic component, does punishment still make sense the same way? When biology explains behavior, morality becomes complicated. Justice becomes blurry. And society has to redefine accountability from the ground up. At the same time, genetics is about to expose a truth that shakes ego itself, that free will may be far more fragile than we like to believe. When your reactions, fears, desires, and even motivation are influenced by genetic wiring, the idea of being completely self-made starts to crack. And instead of making us weaker, that realization could actually make us more compassionate or far more controlling. Because once we understand the code, the temptation to control outcomes becomes irresistible. Governments will want healthier populations. Corporations will want more productive humans. Militaries will want soldiers with enhanced endurance and emotional suppression. And the scariest part isn't that this could happen, it's that it already has strong incentives to happen quietly. But genetics also carries a hopeful power that's easy to forget. It can erase inherited suffering. It can stop diseases that have haunted families for generations. It can give people a life they were biologically denied. It can shift medicine from treating symptoms to preventing destiny. And for the first time, humanity could evolve consciously instead of blindly. The real question is not whether genetics will change humanity, it already is. The real question is whether we will change wisely or rush forward without understanding what we're becoming. Because once a genetic change enters the human line, it doesn't just affect one person, it echoes through generations that never consented to it. And maybe the most shocking realization of all is this: the future of humanity won't be decided by aliens, disasters, or machines. It will be decided by quiet choices made in labs, hospitals, and policy rooms, long before most people realize what's happening. You are living in the moment where humans stop being purely the product of nature and start becoming the designers of themselves. And once that door opens fully, there is no return to innocence, no undo button, no simple definition of what human even means anymore. The next version of humanity is being written right now, not in history books, but in DNA. And whether it becomes a story of liberation or division depends on something far more fragile than technology: wisdom.